time is running out for Bo Dallas to regain the NXT Championship.
Bo, you had your shot in the Battle Royal. You didn't do it.
Dallas eliminated!
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You beat your next opponent, I'll give you a title shot.
Who's my next opponent?
You got Big E.
Well, that's great. I'm undefeated against Big E.
But what is the leader of the Believers willing to risk to reclaim the title?
So if you lose, you leave NXT for good. That's a match.
Bo Dallas takes on Big E in a win or go-home matchup. Also, the NXT champion, Adrian Neville, is back in action. And the WWE Divas champion, Paige, returns to the NXT arena for a rematch with her Extreme Rules opponent, Tamina. We'll have that and a whole lot more next on NXT.
He will receive a future NXT Championship match. If Bo Dallas loses, he must leave NXT. Introducing first from Brooksville, Florida, weighing 230 pounds, Bo Dallas.
Well, guys, last week, JBL set this match for Bo Dallas after he begged for one more shot at the NXT title. Well, Dallas has that chance if he wins tonight. He gets the opportunity. If he doesn't, goodbye, Bo.
And I don't understand these people. I mean, I love Bo Dallas. He comes out here with such a positive attitude, such a positive energy. Reminds me of Tim Tebow. How can you not root for Tim Tebow? How can you not root for Bo Dallas?
Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow is the most hated player to once play in the NFL.
Renee, I'm going to ask you again. You don't like Tim Tebow?
I do not like Tim Tebow a little bit. He's a ridiculous
Well, I love
person.
Bo Dallas, and that's all that matters.
Bo Dallas is like a walking self-help book.
My Believers, I have always taught you to never give up and to follow your dreams. And tonight we get to do both of those together. NXT was built on believing. And as longest reigning NXT champion in history, I humbly accept the title, Mr. NXT.
Oh, brother.
What?
When I look into the audience, I don't see fans. I see a family. And I will never give up on you. And I promise from the bottom of my heart, I will never leave you. Don't stop believing.
How can you not respect that man?
What are you talking? First of all, you can't give yourself the name Mr. NXT. Shawn Michaels didn't call himself
He was the
Mr.
longest reigning
WrestleMania.
NXT champion of all time.
Yeah.
Of course he can.
His opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing 285 pounds, Big E.
Here comes the strength.
The what?
I was trying to
The
say it cool.
strength?
I was trying to say it cool, but it was weird.
He's got some strength.
He's a strong man.
Bo Dallas thanked JBL for this match and actually seemed happy about the selection of Big E as his opponent tonight.
It's because he looks at it as the fact that he's undefeated against Big E. But I think, you know, we all remember how that went down, and I think he should be a little bit nervous right now.
Well, he defeated Big E to become the NXT champion, then went on and carried it for almost 300 days. I think the man has a good radar on this thing and has every reason to feel confident about going against Big E tonight.
Absolutely, but I mean, take a look at what Big E's been able to accomplish. He's a huge superstar.
Traveled the world at this point, coming back to NXT. Oh, and look at that.
Bo's getting his game face on.
The people remember.
They remember 5.
They remember 5.
The man who wanted 5 counts, Big E.
The man that got 5
Got
counts
5
on
counts.
a nightly basis.
Well, this is former NXT champ versus former NXT champ. As we said, Bo Dallas, the longest reigning champion in NXT history, held the title for 260 days, battling the man that he beat for the title back on June 12, 2013. Big E had held that title for 168 days after he had defeated Seth Rollins earlier in the year.
I am human here, and I'm gonna feel bad for Bo Dallas if he has to leave town. It's gonna break his heart to not have this NXT championship opportunity. It means the world to him.
And you know, even though Big E has gone on, look at that. Look at the impact he made here.
People want to see a fight.
Even though he's gone on to become Intercontinental Champion in the WWE, travel the world, done all that, when somebody beats you at a pivotal moment in your career, as he was beaten by Bo Dallas almost 2 years ago, to lose that title, you always remember that. You always
carry
remember
that.
that as an athlete. And tonight he gets the opportunity to get his hands right back on Bo Dallas.
Oh,
Look at the agility of Big E.
the height that Big E is able to get. You know, I actually had an opportunity to talk to Big E not too long ago. And it just, the athleticism that he has being such a big man is so impressive.
This is a guy who has deadlifted 799 pounds, and to be able to leap up that high, as we saw just a moment ago, is nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people are strong, but a lot of people are not strong and explosive. And the most important thing of those two in the WWE is being explosive. And that's what Big E trains for, explosiveness and athletic building.
You know, from going from powerlifting and playing football at Iowa, that has just developed his body to be able to pull off maneuvers that not all guys can do.
Bo Dallas in a bad way right now.
Staggering around outside the ring. Big E just taking the physicality up a notch.
How do you think the NXT universe is going to react if Bo Dallas gets another NXT championship opportunity?
I think they're gonna love it, just like me. I think if he gets kicked out of NXT, they're gonna be
Oh, that knee.
How smart by Bo Dallas to roll back into the ring and right back out. And I think he actually suckered Big E out of the ring. Dallas will dig to any depth to gain an edge. And look at him blow. This match has the potential to cover here, shoulders down, and Big E able to power out. But the potential to be your classic Wits versus Braun battle. And talking to some of the other NXT superstars today, they all said cover here. And again, Big E able to kick out. The best chance that Bo Dallas has to win is to use his wits.
well, of course, that's
Big
obvious.
E is the one with the wits here. Big E's a genius. He was almost a doctor, you know that?
He was, but Bo Dallas is a genius inside the ring. He was the champion for 260 days. I bet you he wasn't a genius at 100 days, but at 200 to 260, your wrestling IQ goes up tremendously.
I bet, but look at Big E. He's accomplished so much in WWE.
Bo Dallas will have to leave NXT if he loses this match. Can he come away with the victory? We'll find out after this.
NXT is about the future. That line between the present and the future seems to get more and more blurred every day.
Now, as the next generation of superstars seize their moment, opportunity becomes a takeover. Live on WWE Network next Thursday, it's NXT TakeOver, featuring 3 championship matches in a groundbreaking live 2-hour special event.
NXT is taking over the world.
NXT TakeOver, live next Thursday, exclusively on WWE Network.
Welcome back here to NXT. Big E taking on Bo Dallas, two former NXT champions here tonight. Wow. Bo Dallas into the cover, hook in the leg, and Big E stays alive.
He looked close when Big E hit the mat. There was almost like a look of shock in his face. Like, I didn't know you could generate that much power, Bo.
I'll never leave you. It's being too much.
Bo Dallas, if he loses tonight, has to leave NXT for good. If he wins, however, he will get a future NXT title opportunity. The stakes are huge for Bo Dallas tonight, Alex.
Say what, these people don't even know what they want. They'd be happy for about 10 minutes, and then on their drive home, they'd be missing Bo Dallas and everything he brings to NXT. I can't imagine this place without him. These people are going to miss him like crazy.
Oh! Oh!
Not losing this match.
Overconfident, Alex?
Certainly not. He beat Big E almost 2 years ago to become the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. He's not confident right now, though. Big E ahead of steam.
Wow, look at the power of Big E.
Big E wants Bo out of NXT.
5'11", 290 pounds of pure power.
Oh.
Wow.
Here we go.
Straps coming down. Flexibility plus speed equals power. You're about to see it.
Big E lining up Dallas.
Whoa.
Going for the big ending. And oh! Bo Dallas with a chance to put Big E away.
Thought he had that NXT championship opportunity there.
That is a wrestling IQ counter right there. Not just trying to get out of the move and get away, but at the same time hooking Big E up for something, an inverted DDT and dropping it. Now Bo Dallas is firmly in control.
What is the best game plan going up against somebody Big E's size?
I think just be smart, take advantage of openings, stick and move.
The last opportunity here for Bo Dallas.
It really does give a whole new meaning to Bo leave.
Whoa! What a throw!
The supreme strength of Big E. Enough to put Dallas away. No, just barely 2 3/4.
The heart of the former champion. The heart of Bo Dallas. Renee, is he winning you over now?
Look, I will waver back and forth. At one point, I was a Bo leaver. I was on Bo's side through and through. But now, I don't know. Comes out here, he's got this whiny
Here
voice.
comes Big E.
A smart move.
Dallas smells opportunity. Going for the double underhook DDT. He nailed it. Bo Dallas with a chance for a title shot at TakeOver. No!
Not today.
Big E kicked out. My goodness, no one kicks out of that DDT.
You got to be made of something else to be able to kick out of that DDT, and you can see it all over Bo's face right now. Now he doesn't know what to do. It don't seem like he had a plan up until right now.
How much does he have to rely on the energy from the NXT universe in a moment like
What's
this?
he doing?
What's he doing?
It looked like he had something in his wrist tape.
Oh, wait, what is... It looks like Bo Dallas taking the
Oh,
turn by...
come on.
We saw this last year, Renee.
Come on.
Renee, this is how Bo Dallas won the title last year.
Oh, I know. I'm very familiar. Oh!
Oh! Big E again going for the big ending, shades of that title matchup last year, but this time Big E able to nail it. Can he send Bo Dallas away? Yes!
Wow.
Here is your winner, Big E.
Goodbye, Bo Dallas.
Bo's just gone now, just gone. The human side of me is really feeling for Bo Dallas right now.
Guys, it seemed like he had a game plan up until the point where he went to that buckle. Went to that buckle, thought it was a smart thing to do. The referee had his back turned, and then it backfired on him, and that was the advantage Big E needed.
Bo Dallas 1 year ago able to outsmart Big E as Big E went for the big ending.
After her exciting matchup at Extreme Rules, WWE Divas Champion Paige is back at the NXT arena in a rematch against the daughter of WWE Hall of Famer Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Can she beat Tamina? We'll find out next.
The greatest live event in entertainment. What a celebration!
WWE proudly presents WrestleMania on Blu-ray and DVD. A night of iconic superstars.
So, give me a hell yeah. What you gonna do, brother? Finally!
Heart-pounding action.
Yes! History has been made at WrestleMania!
And the most shocking moment in WrestleMania history.
I don't see any intimidation on the face of Brock Lesnar. Did anyone expect this?
Plus, get over 4 hours of exclusive extras, including the entire 2014 Hall of Fame ceremony, featuring the induction of WWE legend, The Ultimate Warrior. Experience the revelry.
Then, now, and forever.
Own the celebration. WrestleMania on Blu-ray and DVD.
Each and every one of you to know that spent their money to come see me here tonight. I want you all to know that I strongly dislike every one of you. I don't usually use language like this, but you all should know that you people stink. You all should have just believed. Now leave. You leave. You leave. Leave. Why are you still here? I'm gonna be the bigger man and I'm gonna leave. Because I'm a bigger and better man than all of you.
Welcome back to NXT. I'm Rich Brennan, alongside, as always, Renee Young.
Hi.
And Alex Riley. Good to see you, Alex.
What about me?
I just said Renee Young. Very, very fantastic to see you
You were
as
very
well.
happy to see Alex Riley.
How about
It's
that match we
fine.
saw last week? Congratulations to Tyson Kidd, huh? Making it
So
to
happy for you.
NXT TakeOver.
What a
1 week,
great spot.
1 week from tonight here on the WWE Network.
It's going to be huge here.
Hey, what an opportunity, though, in that triple threat match as well. And it was Sami Zayn. It looked like Zayn was going to get the victory, but Tyson Kidd very opportunistic.
Yeah, and how about Tyler Breeze? What a night for Tyler Breeze. Even though he did not win the match, he looked fantastic. He's coming on really strong here on NXT. It's up for grabs, this championship. Everyone's getting so good.
I'm rooting for my Canadian hometown boy, Tyson Kidd.
Tyson, you are now the #1 contender for the NXT championship. Is this the reason why you came to NXT?
This is exactly the reason I came back to NXT. This is the reason I lace up a pair of boots. This is the reason I put on a pair of tights. I'm now one step closer to the NXT championship. And at NXT TakeOver, I will obtain my destiny.
Hi, Devin. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, Sammy, last week you were on the brink of becoming the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, and Tyson Kidd grabbed it from you. How are you feeling?
Well, you know, it stinks. There's nothing I can really say about it. It stinks. But the truth is, you know, Tyson was opportunistic, and you can't really take that away from him. I'm not going to let this one loss kind of stop me and, you know, my momentum, put me dead in my tracks. I'm going to keep going forward. I'm not stopping till I get that NXT Championship. So as far as I'm concerned... Okay. No, hey, that's okay. Just walk aimlessly onto the set while someone's doing an interview.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Boo-hoo,
okay.
we get it, Sammy. You lost and you come crying to Devin. Big surprise.
Actually, we were having a pretty professional conversation until you barged in here. But if anybody should be crying, Breeze, I think it's you, since you're the one who got pinned in that match.
Yeah, but not by you.
Oh, that's very big. That's very mature. But I'll tell you what. If you want to get pinned by me, we don't need to wait. We can do it tonight.
Oh, you're on. But not tonight. I'm busy.
Oh, you're busy?
Yeah, busy.
What are you busy with?
I have to get new phone cases. I gotta go
important.
to a ball. I've
A
got a photo
ball?
shoot. Yeah,
A
a
ball.
ball. A ball, Sammy.
You heard that, right? A ball.
Hey, but you know what? I will see you at NXT TakeOver. I won't be hard to miss. I'll be the one standing over you with my arm raised, looking gorgeous.
It looks like Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze will square off next week at NXT TakeOver.
This is a Divas match set for one fall. Introducing first from the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
Man, Tamina looks angry.
She always looks angry.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there ever a time she doesn't look angry? Coming off a huge match against Paige at Extreme Rules a couple weeks ago, although she lost, she might get an opportunity to redeem herself tonight.
We've got the champ in the house.
Paige used her experience at NXT to springboard her way to the WWE Divas title, making history as the youngest competitor ever to take that crown. Of course, Paige is the former and only NXT Women's Champion to this point. And Renee, looking back, it was pretty obvious that Paige was destined for great things.
You know, we were expecting great things from Paige ever since we've seen her here in NXT, and now to see the dominance she's had at WWE, to become the Divas Champion the night after WrestleMania.
That's a huge night.
Yes.
Think about some of the huge nights or huge events that have happened the night after WrestleMania.
That is a very significant moment in WWE.
Well, the former NXT champion, now the current WWE Divas champion, she wasn't pleased that she had to give up that women's championship here in NXT.
She wasn't happy about it, but she understands. She knows that this now has to be a spot for another diva to step up and be dominant here at NXT. So she understands, but I know she held that title with a lot of prestige.
Yeah, and I think it was the right move by JBL. You know, it's...
Paige is such a competitor. And Tamina, just a woman with bad intentions.
Tamina is looking to make her mark right now. You know, she's been a bodyguard. She's been kind of the guard dog for a little while, and now she's ready
what a clothesline.
to enforce her own bite.
And Renee, you're in the Divas locker room from time to time. You spend a lot of time with the Divas.
Yep.
Does Tamina have a significantly different attitude when it comes to the interpersonal communication or the relationships that she has with these girls?
No, I mean, what you see from Tamina is very similar in the ring. It takes a lot for any diva to earn the respect of Tamina, and I think that that's what's happening here with Paige. I don't think that she has earned that respect from Tamina yet.
Tamina, a very intimidating and menacing force in the ring, without a doubt.
Oh!
Cover here, hook of the leg, and Paige able to stay alive.
But these are two divas that want to fight. They're not coming out here trying to be pretty and blowing bubbles and blowing sparkles. These girls are looking for a full-out brawl.
Yeah, and Paige, only 21, has been wrestling for 11 years. Such a technical in-ring performer, knows everything there is to know about what happens inside the ring.
And Tamina's grown up with it. She knows it in and out, too.
Tamina targeting the small of the back. That's an interesting point. You have two divas that have grown up around the squared circle. Tamina, the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Hall of Famer.
That's a great move right there by Tamina. Hook in the midsection, trying to take all the wind out of Paige.
Oh, wow!
You know, I've seen Tamina get mad before, not inside the ring, in the Divas locker room.
Trying to put Paige away here. And the WWE Divas champion able to stay alive in this non-title match.
And she has so much more of a power advantage when it comes to a lot of the divas there, and she's using it's very smart to use that.
I mean, you would be terrified if Tamina had a problem with you, would you not?
I would think twice about getting in a fight with Tamina.
Tamina seems like she doesn't have much to say. The few times that I've spoken to her or tried to speak to her, she's a woman of very, very few words.
She's very meticulous with her words, absolutely.
Well, she's
she
all
uses
about
them
producing.
when she needs to.
She's all about producing here in the WWE, and it's not about making friends. Sometimes it's about just getting it done in the ring, like she's doing right now.
Uh-oh, Tamina.
Oh!
A torture rack.
But you know, we've seen Paige be so dominant. She's got that fight in her.
Alex, what does this move do?
I mean, it's taking all the wind out of Paige, putting a lot of pressure on her spine, her lower back, and her rib cage. And the first thing you need to do in a match is be able to breathe. And I can bet right now Paige is struggling with that.
Paige able to fight her way out of it and just give herself maybe a couple of seconds here to regroup her win.
Look at her clutching her throat right there, trying to get some air.
Of course. But you know what I like about Paige?
Oh, grabbing the hair. What do you want?
She wears Doc Martens in the ring. That earns my respect right away.
And she's got a fierce side like you're seeing right now.
There it is.
Oh, Paige. Looking to pick up the steam here in this match. Oh, wow.
Divas Champ's letting you know she was the champ here at NXT, and she's looking to get that respect.
For a reason. She was a champ for a reason.
Paige still feels like she has a lot to prove in WWE.
She's fought tooth and nail for everything that she's had. No one's given anything to Paige.
Look at Tamina. Brute strength.
Wow.
Alex, the side of the ring, the hardest part of the ring, and it looked like Paige took a very, very nasty fall.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only a power move by Tamina, very smart, lifting her up on the top rope, and then when there's a second of an opening, pushing her off the top. And I don't know if Paige is going to be able to recover from this.
Well, let's take another look at this, the way that she falls on her back here outside of the ring. I mean, Alex, how different is it when you go from being inside the ring and you're thrown outside like that?
I mean, like Rich said, that part of the ring, right on the outside of the apron, is the hardest part. And taking a fall on that part of the ring, sometimes, again, like you don't recover from, especially if it lands on the ribs.
And if she lands on her thigh like that as well, it's got to cause a big Charlie horse.
Now Tamina going up to the top rope, shades of her father, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Time to fly.
Whoa! Paige had just enough left to get those legs up, and the roll up. Paige able to sneak away with the victory.
Here is your winner, the WWE Divas Champion, Paige.
champ walking out of here strong.
And that is why she is the WWE Divas Champion. What a way to come back after seemingly being down and out.
Yeah, I tell you what, she's only 21 years old. She's very young, but she's proven it every single time she steps in that ring. And that's exactly what you have to do here at NXT. In the WWE, the girl's got a bright future. Congratulations to Paige.
The WWE Divas Champion victorious here tonight on NXT.
The NXT champion will be in action tonight as the man that gravity forgot takes on Kurt Hawkins. With the target on his back, how will Adrian Neville fare in a matchup right before his title defense at NXT TakeOver? We'll find out tonight. The Exotic Express is back. The life of the party returns to NXT to take on the man who has been a party pooper. Will Camacho be a lemon and overcome Adam Rose? That match is next on NXT.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars. But they are not invincible. They take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first from Juarez, Mexico, weighing 230 pounds, Camacho.
NXT continues tonight here on the WWE Network, and talk about an angry fella, Camacho.
He's been on a tear lately. Just looking to prove a point. He's looking to cement his feet here at NXT and prove that he's fine on his own.
Yeah, he's put on a lot of size as of late. I came up with him in NXT, and he was not always this big. He's really honed things in, put a lot of size on, and can create a lot of power inside that ring.
I got eyes on those muscles.
Oh, you know what time it is?
Oh, it's my favorite time.
Look, you're dancing a little bit.
Was I? How can you not?
Look at all these nuts. What is happening?
Weighing 220 pounds, Adam Rose.
Oh, baby.
The Exotic Express is back here at NXT.
Any guy that can be comfortable hanging out with a bunny all the time has got my vote.
He's also got a bunch of hot chicks around him, if you didn't notice.
Is that Captain Comic there?
Captain Comic!
He had a match a couple weeks ago.
Captain
He looks
Comic
okay.
making his return. Yeah, there he is.
Yes, he does have some superpowers.
Well, this match here tonight taking place, and as you mentioned, Captain Comic just 2 weeks ago, it was Camacho basically beating down Captain Comic.
Yeah, well, I love Adam Rose just as much as the next guy, but you got to respect what Camacho did. You know, enough partying. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Let's come out and make a name for yourself, and that's exactly what he's trying to do.
No, you don't make a name against yourself by beating up Captain Comic.
Did it get the attention of Adam Rose? That's the end of the discussion.
No. Yeah,
See Adam Rose right
you
there.
need to get on the Exotic Express and live a little.
You see Adam Rose, he took
Loosen your
off
tie.
that,
I was
strawberry
kicked
around
off
his
the
neck.
Exotic Express for being too wild.
Yeah, right. What I like is, you saw the sucker that Adam Rose came out with. It is always stocked with Tootsie Rolls. I love Tootsie Rolls. Oh.
Camacho trying to get things going early on here. Ready for action against Adam Rose. You know, I mentioned the strawberry that he always wears around his neck. I asked him what the significance was. He said it's magical.
Really?
Yeah, magical strawberry.
That is interesting. I wonder what kind of powers he gets from it.
I don't know. He calls that the rose petal.
Oh! Little deception always works.
Ooh.
Make no mistake, Adam Rose is a guy who definitely has an aggressive side.
I don't know if you know this or not, but when you're on the Exotic Express, you actually get a cool T-shirt as a souvenir.
I didn't get one.
That's because you got kicked off prematurely.
You got to appreciate the clashing styles of these two. Look out. Oh! Camacho from the barrio.
Camacho wants this freak show that is the Exotic Express and Adam Rose to go somewhere like MTV. He says NXT is meant for athletes. But I think Adam Rose is just as much of an athlete. Yeah, what do you know about the Barrio anyway? What are you even talking about?
The Barrio? I know nothing about the Barrio. I grew up in Fairfax, Virginia. But I do know that it's a tough part of Mexico that Camacho's from, and you're seeing that right now in the ring.
Oh, the mean streets of Juarez. Now Adam Rose trying to get himself back in this match, and wow, look at that.
What a
look at that.
suplex.
The aggressive side of Camacho.
Adam Rose comes from the mean streets of Musha Key, Bahamas. You
Hook
been
of the
there?
leg. Could that put Adam Rose away? No.
That's about as mean as Fairfax, Virginia is.
Let's take another look at this suplex here.
Wow. Double underhook.
Oh!
And Adam Rose has ripped the shirt of Camacho.
I tell you what, if you're going to make it here in the WWE, no matter what your message is, you got to have a mean streak about you, and you're seeing that in Adam Rose.
You have to. Adam Rose has been up late, too. When you're tired, that makes me mad.
Look at Adam Rose getting back into things. Camacho doesn't take him seriously, and Alex, you can never not take an opponent seriously.
Never. Certainly not here at NXT. Certainly not in the WWE. You have to take everybody seriously.
You know that Chuck Norris has a place in the Bahamas. Maybe he's getting tips from Chuck Norris.
Big spinebuster by Adam Rose. Fire up the engines! Fire up the engines!
Fire up the Exotic Express! Choo choo! Oh!
Fire up the engines. Rich, try not to sound like so much of a geek, huh?
Yeah, you pencil neck geek.
Oh!
Adam Rose looking to line up Camacho. Oh!
Look at the power.
Looking to go for the party foul, but Camacho able to push it off.
You know
Smart move by Camacho.
If Adam Rose does not get the leg up on Camacho tonight, that's going to put a damper on the party tonight. He's a lot more fun when he gets wins.
Referee starting the count. Camacho is certainly taking his time.
Yeah, Camacho almost looks surprised that he got that much of a fight out of Adam Rose. I don't think he wants to get back in the ring.
All the way up to the 7 count. Well, the referee forced to ring the bell.
Come on, for a guy that came out here and wanted to fight.
Your winner as a result of a countout, Adam Rose.
Oh, we're gonna have a good party tonight, kids. By kids, I mean me, Alex. You already got kicked off. I'm gonna have a good time.
Adam Rose picking up the victory here tonight on NXT over Camacho, and well, here comes the Rosebuds.
I just want to point out that overalls are making a fashion statement yet again.
Who's the guy in the Fez hat? Where's Waldo? We found Waldo.
Where does Adam Rose fly? And the bunny's out there as well.
Bunny's always out.
He holds auditions. It's like Andy Warhol's Factory, but on a
Me and the
bus.
bunny didn't get along. He kicked me off.
Nice victory for my boy here.
Well, the count-out victory for Adam Rose, and the rivalry continues between he and Camacho.
The NXT Women's Championship tournament continues as Natalya takes on Sasha Banks in the semifinals. Who goes on to NXT TakeOver to face Charlotte for the title? It's Natty and the Boss next.
Reality TV's newest hit is only on WWE Network.
That's not bad.
8 Legends.
Let's have a little fun legend style.
Under one roof.
This was a big surprise to me.
There Goes the Neighborhood.
Shh, my wife may be listening.
WWE Legends House.
Give me a hole, guys. Oh!
Thursdays at 8, 7 Central. Exclusively on WWE Network.
NXT is about the future. That line between the present and the future seems to get more and more blurred every day.
Now, as the next generation of superstars seize their moment, opportunity becomes a takeover. Live on WWE Network next Thursday, it's NXT TakeOver, featuring 3 championship matches in a groundbreaking live 2-hour special event.
NXT is taking over the world.
NXT TakeOver, live next Thursday, exclusively on WWE Network.
This is a semi-finals match in the NXT Women's Championship Tournament. Introducing first from Boston, Massachusetts, accompanied by Charlotte, Sasha Banks.
Well, the semifinals continue for the NXT Women's title here in this tournament. Sasha Banks looking to advance into the finals against Charlotte. Well, Charlotte earlier today had this to say about Sasha Banks' chances.
Sasha, my BFF, my bestie, I'm really torn. On one hand, I really want you to beat the has-been Natty. But on the other, I just don't know if I have the heart to face you. I mean, that means I would have to expose your weaknesses to the world, and I just can't do it. So, good luck.
The boss is looking for a fight here tonight. The boss of NXT.
Strong, powerful women here.
Yeah, that's what we're all about.
Her opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Speaking of strong, dominant women.
And guys, let's not forget, if Sasha wins this match, she's got to take on her buddy Charlotte, part of the BFFs, in the finals, and it's all taking place at NXT TakeOver just 1 week away from tonight, the second live special from NXT on the WWE Network.
Now, girls sometimes have a very strong rebound rate, but usually when it's with your other girlfriends and you get in a fight with one of them, you step
You're going to have
off
to
for a
explain
long time.
rebound rate a little clearer to me than that. Now, it's a boyfriend thing or what?
In general, yeah, usually it's with men, but
Put
it's
the
not.
mistakes behind you very easily.
Oh, you forget about things. You pick and choose. It's a nice,
It's a rebound rate.
tactful
It's a
thing that
rebound
we
rate.
have in our brains.
You guys, NXT TakeOver 1 week from tonight, special 8 p.m. start time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and Renee, you'll be out there a little bit early with the pre-show.
I am, yeah. I get to be out there the pre-show with the NXT Universe, getting ready to kick off NXT TakeOver. It was so much fun last time we were out there for NXT Arrival, having just those legends up there on the panel with me. But we definitely want all of the NXT fans to show up early and come hang out, give some support. It's going to be so much fun.
Whoop.
Huge,
roll up
huge
here.
party.
Chance to
Maybe
win
some
for Natalya.
Rosebuds might make an appearance. I'll talk to them.
What do you think of Charlotte's words prior to this match about, well, her BFF friend there, Sasha Banks, some kind of nasty words?
Sorry?
Some kind of nasty words. Charlotte pretty much calling out, supposedly, her friend, Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that's what these girls do. Girls, they're acting like they're friends with each other, but at the end of the day, these girls all want to be the women's champion here, and they're going to fight and do whatever they have to do that. And I mean, just between them already, they're looking to take over that spot, the void that Summer Rae has left in her absence here.
Yeah, you almost feel like it becomes Survivor Island. You have friends until it comes
look at
down to
that. Shoulders down there, and an opportunity for Natalya to advance.
Until it comes down to the last two, then your best friend becomes your worst enemy.
Exactly, and you know every little thing about your best friend.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Natalya trying to put away Sasha Banks. No.
You know, I think sometimes people can forget that Natalya is here to be a top diva. She's got her hit reality show. She's got her lovely life with her husband and her cats and all that stuff that she does. But at the core of her, she's a wrestler.
Oh! Oh! Sasha Banks with the mean side. Charlotte looking on from outside.
And you gotta wonder, is Charlotte rooting for Sasha? Is she rooting against Sasha? Is this all part of the plan?
Opportunity here for Sasha to put Natalya away. And Natalya able to stay alive.
Natalya seems to me one of those divas that has little to no weaknesses inside a ring. She's so technically sound. She's so wrestling savvy.
She is.
As you said, Renee, that is the core of who she is.
And you know, we all know through and through that she's trained in the dojo, but she's also wrestled all over the world. She's been to Japan. She was trained by Tokyo Joe. She was actually the very first woman that he ever trained there as well.
And
she has
Sasha
so much
doesn't
experience with these men.
Doesn't look intimidated at all tonight.
Not
Taking
at
it
all.
right to Natalya and all the history she brings.
You know, Sasha actually told me that she thought it was a little bit funny that she didn't start losing any of her matches until Charlotte came back from her vacation.
Interesting.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Sasha Banks defeated Bayley to advance to this match. Natalya, meanwhile, defeated Layla to get here. And both of them competing for an opportunity at the NXT Women's Championship 1 week from tonight at TakeOver.
Look at this.
Wow!
A butterfly suplex. A lot of men don't throw it that well.
No, and that's the thing. Natalya has so much training behind her and so much experience. She can handle anything inside that ring.
Truly gifted athlete. Oh,
Great counter by
Sasha
Natalya.
Banks, maybe a Charlie horse there.
Launching Sasha clear across the ring.
Referee starts his counting.
Well, it seems that
So
Charlotte
again-
wants her back in that ring. Maybe she wants to face her.
Well, would Charlotte rather face somebody she knows in Sasha Banks, or would she rather face Natalya? Again, could that be
Natalya's
part
a
of the plan?
former
Sure.
WWE Divas champion here, so I think she certainly would rather face her friend than Natalya.
Natalya.
Here we go.
Trying to set up for the sharpshooter.
Here we go.
And she's got it locked in. Is Sasha Banks going to be forced to tap out?
You're back.
Oh! And Natalya advances to the finals. Did you see the look on
I was
Charlotte's
just gonna
face?
say that. She did not want that to happen.
Not
She
at
certainly
all.
wanted to face her friend, obviously, there, Sasha. Now she's got a one-on-one match against Natalya, the former WWE Divas champion, in 1 week at NXT TakeOver.
What a huge opportunity for
amazing.
Natalya. 1 week from tonight on the WWE Network, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 pre-show, and it's live right here.
Another huge match set, guys. I can't wait for that night.
The NXT champion is in action next as the man that gravity forgot takes on Kurt Hawkins. With a target on his back, how will Adrian Neville fare in a matchup right before his title defense at NXT TakeOver? We'll find out next.
I hope you're ready.
This Sunday, after a season packed with diva drama, we're saving the best for last. We've got betrayals,
You know you have to tell me for my wedding. I don't know how John's gonna react when he finds out about my marriage.
battles,
I want to win and I want to be the best. Looking at the new Divas champion. Don't I look good?
and bridezillas.
You're selfish. Yeah, exactly. Remo turned into Bridezilla mode real quick.
The Divas two-part season finale begins this Sunday at 9. Don't miss it.
We're just 1 week away from NXT TakeOver live on the WWE Network. In the main event, Adrian Neville puts the NXT title on the line against the determined and rejuvenated Tyson Kidd. Kidd punched his ticket to TakeOver by winning a #1 Contenders triple threat match last week, edging both Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze. On the heels of that match, NXT General Manager JBL has decreed that Zayn and Breeze will battle to determine a new #1 contender for the NXT title. After starting with 8 competitors in the NXT Women's Championship Tournament, we're down to the final 2. Either Charlotte or Natalya will leave TakeOver carrying NXT gold. The Ascension has obliterated everyone in their path since capturing the NXT Tag Team titles. El Local and Kalisto have answered their challenge and will attempt to dethrone the longest reigning NXT Tag Team champions. And the discord between Adam Rose and Camacho comes to a head. Rose is determined to prove he's more than just a party animal. NXT TakeOver is live next Thursday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, exclusively on the WWE Network. back here on NXT, and Kurt Hawkins getting set for action here tonight. Alex Riley, we've not seen Kurt Hawkins in a while.
What are these shades he's got on?
I was going to tell him, if I didn't know Kurt Hawkins, I could tell you one thing about him. He's from somewhere around New York or New Jersey, just by that outfit.
He's from Queens, and I actually live in Queens as well, and we live very close to each other. I see him around training all the time. We go to the same bagel shop.
And Adrian Neville getting set for action here tonight, guys. Obviously, a big match here tonight against Kurt Hawkins, but Adrian Neville has to be thinking about 1 week from tonight when the title is on the line against Tyson Kidd.
It's huge. I mean, just the momentum that he's going to want to carry over into NXT TakeOver. This is massive for him right now to have his championship on the line that he has fought so hard for since he's been here at NXT.
Yeah, and like you said, Renee, this is a non-title match. I don't think the championship is on the line, but momentum is so important in NXT, so important in the WWE. A must-win for him tonight because, hey, in a week from now, at 8 o'clock, we kick it off, and he's got Tyson Kidd, one of the best in the WWE, to face at TakeOver.
Absolutely. I mean, and Kurt Hawkins is a former tag team champ. He's got a lot of experience right now.
Well, we've seen what NXT has done for Tyson Kidd. Kurt Hawkins perhaps looking for that same rejuvenation, Alex.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, honestly, for anybody to come down here that you haven't seen in a long time in the WWE. Get in front of the Authority, get in front of Triple H, and get back on the radar. Oh!
Yeah, and a good way to do that is by having a match with the current NXT champion. That's one way to get eyes on you.
What does it say about Adrian Neville's competitive nature, willing to come out here and battle Kurt Hawkins tonight, just 1 week away from defending his title? Wow.
Very, very smart move by Kurt Hawkins right there. Vicious clothesline to the back of the head, the softest part of your body.
Oh! It's, yeah, I don't, it seems crazy to me.
Oh, wow, Hawkins with a vicious nature.
That Adrian Neville
going for the victory here, and Neville kicks out at 1.
For him to come and have a match like this, you know, with such an important match in 1 week.
Yeah, and Kurt Hawkins looks great. You know, a lot of guys, sometimes you don't see guys for a long time, and they get softer, they don't stay in shape. He looks better than he ever has tonight.
Come on, Neville.
Adrian Neville exemplifies the word guts. He's not the biggest guy. Sometimes makes fun of the way he talks at times. He puts himself down, but he knows when it comes to stepping in the ring and battling and competing, he's at the top of his game.
Yeah, and outside the ring, he's a little offbeat, okay, if you want to coin that term. But inside the ring, this guy is a surgeon. He knows everything he has to do to dissect his opponent. And Kurt Hawkins is facing that right now. Oh!
Oh, wow! Adrian Neville looking to pick things up 1 week away from NXT TakeOver. A big kick to the head.
Full control.
Adrian Neville told me he believes in wearing his differences almost as armor and that he fears nothing. Oh! Great missile drop kick.
Kurt Hawkins better start getting more of that New York attitude up in here.
Adrian Neville climbing to the top. Could we see the red arrow? Wow, there it is! Hook of the leg! And the NXT champion victorious tonight.
Here is your winner, the NXT champion, Adrian Neville.
And guys, will we see that 1 week from tonight? Will we see that at 8 o'clock Eastern on NXT TakeOver? The red arrow against Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville possibly retaining the championship, possibly losing it to Tyson Kidd.
Adrian Neville always shows up, and that's what we can expect.
Gonna have his game face on that night.
Adrian Neville quoted as saying he's well aware that being the champion puts a target on his back. And, well, wow. Speak of the devil, here comes Tyson Kidd.
Congratulations, Neville. I'm not out here to cause any trouble. I'm out here to let you know from my own mouth that on May 29th at NXT TakeOver, this title is mine. You face some incredible competition here at NXT, but let me hit you with some facts. I have been on Raw. Fact! I have been on SmackDown. Fact! I'm a former WWE Tag Team Champion. Fact! And I'm one of the very few people breathing that has had a WrestleMania moment in front of 75,000 people. Fact! I want that feeling back. And NXT and that title are my launching pad to getting it.
Tyson, first of all, I want to say that I've been watching you for a long time, and I respect you. However, if you think you're going to use NXT as a springboard to future your career at my expense, well, you've got another thing coming. You see, NXT, we are the future, which means I am the future. And this is my ring! So at TakeOver, Tyson, May 29th, I think the only member of your family taking home the gold, as per usual, will be your wife.
Whoa! Wow. Tyson Kidd, you are the NXT champion. Fiction! But we'll find out if it becomes fact in a week, Rich.
1 week from today, 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Tyson Kidd against Adrian Neville 1 week from tonight on the WWE